Hello friends, my name is Anubhav More, and today's date is the 8th July, and today's I am talking about the encapsulation in Java. So first, we know that Java is the object-oriented programming language. So here abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism is a feature of object-oriented programming language. So now I am explaining three main points of encapsulation: how to achieve security by using encapsulation, what is means encapsulation, what is means by hiding data. So encapsulation means mechanism or procedure of wrapping or binding the data and the code acting on the data together as a single unit. Here data means variable and coding acting on the data means methods. Also we can say encapsulation is a protective wrapper that protects the code from the other code which is defined in outside the wrapper. So encapsulation is also called as a getter and setter. Encapsulation protect the method by outer side, methods together as a single unit. Another way to think about encapsulation is it is a protective shield that prevents the data from being accessed by the code outside this shield. A live example of encapsulation is capsule. Medicine is under the capsule and outer side is covered with plastic. That covered plastic protect the main medicine and combine the medicine like a main medicine enclosed in capsule. So example is a car engine proper bind with their components. It is not displayed to the user or driver. Also gearbox of a car is a bind with their component. It is also hide from the user. Every Java class is an example of encapsulation because we write everything within the class only. That binds variable and methods together and hides their complexity from other classes. So real-time example, school bag is one of the most example of encapsulation. School bag can keep our books, pens, etc. So another one example is when you log into your email accounts such as Gmail, Yahoo Mail or a different mail, there is a lot of internal process taking place in the backend and you have no control over it. When you enter the password for login, they are retrieved in an encrypted from and verified, and then you are given access to your account. You do not have a control over it, that how the password has been verified. Thus it keeps our account safe from being missed. So in encapsulation, the variable of a class will be hidden from other classes and can be accessed only through the methods of their current class. This concept is known as a data hiding. Now we discuss the how we can achieve the encapsulation. So first we declare the variable of a class a private as a private means whenever we create a class and make all variable is a private, it mandatory. It variables private means it access modifier should be private. If we can make variable is a private, then it's easily accessible to the other class. But in encapsulation we hide the data from user. That's why we make variable is a private. So we provide public setter and public getter methods to modify and view the variable values. So now we can understand encapsulation on a code. For example, suppose we created a class name as employee, then in this class we created the variables and employee id, then public void set employee id in this constructor int employee id. So then employee id is equal to employee id 1 and public int get email id return email id. When we use private before the variables, then there is a data heading is present. That's why other class can directly access that variables. So data heading is means the user will have no idea about the inner implementation of the class. It will not be visible to the user how the class is storing values in the variables. The user will only know that we are passing the values to a setter method and variables are getting initialized with that values. So next one is increased flexibility. So we can make the variables of the class as read only or write no, that only depending on our requirement. If we wish to make the variables read only, then we have to omit the setter methods like set name, set age, etc. from the above program, or if we wish to make the variables as write only, then we have to omit the get methods like get name, get age, etc. from the above program. Next one is reusability. So reusability, it means encapsulation also improves the reusability and easy to change with new requirements. Setter method and getter methods. So the advantages of encapsulation in Java. So first, the encapsulated code is more flexible and easy to change with new requirements. Next one is it prevents the other classes to access the private fields. Next is encapsulation allows modifying implemented code without breaking other code that has implemented the code. It keeps the data and codes safe from external inheritance. Thus encapsulation helps to achieve security. It improves the maintainability of the application. If you don't define the setter method in the class, then the field can be made read only. If you don't define the getter method in the class, then the fields can be made write only. So the disadvantages of encapsulation. So the main disadvantages of encapsulation in Java, it is increase the length of the code and shows shutdown execution. So this example, suppose we have created a class name as an employee. In this class we have created a private int email id, then we created a public void set email id. In this method we provide the int email id and then created the object email id equals to email id, then public int get email id and return email id. It's the getter and setter method. The class is a private. The create class make all the variables private, it mandatory. But here variables private means it access modifier should be private. It can if you can make variables is private. So encapsulation provides the public getter and setter methods to modify the variables in Java. So thank you.